Hi, this is Steve Goranson, your action coach with business advice and tips, some proven strategies to help you get better results in your business. I'm the guy business owners call if they want to increase their profits and cash flow and build amazing teams to get their businesses working harder so they don't have to. My clients are happier because they are focused on their goals. They are more successful because they are reaching those goals. But most importantly, they are feeling more free because their business is working harder than they do. So today what we are going to talk about is change. We're going to talk about the effect of change in our lives and others. The question is, are we an agent of change? A guy walks into the psychiatrist's office and says, "Doc, every time I see nickels, dimes, and quarters, I have this panic attack. What can the problem be?" The doctor's calm and he says, "Oh, that's easy. You're just afraid of change." Majority of people go through their life virtually paralyzed because they are afraid of change, afraid to try something new or something different. This fear limits our ability to keep us from expanding our growth and knowledge and success in life. To break through the vicious cycles of fear, we need to understand the meaning of fear and what the true sense of this word is. So what is fear? What does fear represent? Well, I have a couple of acronyms that I like to use. The first one is false expectations appearing real. In other words, fear is us all about the junk that we make up in our heads. It appears real, but it's really just blows away. The other one is just forget everything and run. I just can't handle this anymore. But really successful people, they look at fear and they conquer it. It's face everything and rise to the occasion. And that's what we are going to talk about in life, is how do we change? How do we become change agents for others? Because if a person is satisfied with their life, will they change? Probably not. A satisfied person will not be interested in change because they are happy, they are content with their current situation. If satisfied people, even people who are unfit or unhealthy, are still unlikely to change. It sometimes takes a disaster for them to wake them up, right? Most people have the ability to change instantly. They become unhappy with their lives. But others have to wait for a stroke or another disaster before they realize the need of change. So the question really is, where are you on that spectrum? And I imagine somewhere in there, there's a happy medium for you. Action Coach's simple change formula is going to help us to understand this process of change and what we could do to affect positive change in ourselves and in others. And that's what we're going to be talking about right now. So here's the formula. It's a simple formula. D times V plus F is greater than R. So what does the heck does this mean? Well, D stands for dissatisfaction. V stands for vision, F stands for first steps, and R stands for resistance. So to overcome that resistance to change, what needs to be greater? What can tip the scale to overcome our fear of change? So let's take a closer look at it. So the D in the formula stands for dissatisfaction. Before a person can change, he has to have or she has to have a level of dissatisfaction in their current life or in their current situation. So what builds dissatisfaction more than anything else? The answer is the V. The V is for vision. That vision can be a positive vision, it can be a negative vision, but it's the multiplying factor that can increase our dissatisfaction. Let's say that you're a kid living in an impoverished neighborhood your whole life. You don't know a better life than that. Are you dissatisfied with your life? Not necessarily. You may be satisfied because you don't know any better. But let's say somebody gave you a vision. It could be a mentor, or a grandmother, somebody that got out of that neighborhood and said, "Hey, there is a better life for you." That's somebody that gave you that vision. And this is why people hire a business coach or have a mentor. This formula that I'm teaching you really applies to businesses. And can I really explain why some businesses prosper and grow while others just sort of remain at the same level or a lower level of performance. You know, as a coach, what I'm doing is I'm helping my clients expand their comfort zone and expand and grow their vision. They need help in order to clearly look at what that next level is and what it can be. And that's what I do as a business coach is help them get to that vision, and then also equip them with a set of goals and hold them accountable to make the changes necessary to achieve those goals. So dissatisfaction is based on a belief that there is something else out there. There's something better. There's a whole new reality out there. So this applies to business owners because they have a choice to change and consider how that's going to affect their business and their life, or they could stay where they're at. You know, one of the things that we do as business coaches is explore the business owner's level of dissatisfaction and discomfort, because without it, you will not do the work necessary for change. You know, typically people don't like being dissatisfied and will remain in that current state instead of progressing. They rather just go back and sit in that nice little comfortable comfort zone. This psychology applies to the average business owner who, without a coach or some sort of a mentor, stays in their comfort zone instead of taking their business to that next level, that pushing them through that resistance to change to help them become something greater out there. But dissatisfaction is only the first step in this process of initiating the process of change. We also have to help the business owner develop their vision, and also a belief that this vision is possible to achieve. You know, that kid living in an impoverished neighborhood, you could be watching TV and they could see a better places in the world, but they have to believe that a different life is possible for them. And then once we create that vision, we still might be stuck because we're not sure what the next step would. How do I get there? I got this vision. What do I do next? And that's where we help our clients create a plan that will help them achieve their vision. So how do we raise the dissatisfaction level of where you are now, and how do we raise that vision of where you want to go? Most of us need both to overcome the resistance to change. You know, Lee Iacocca states that the discipline of writing something down, that's the first step of making things happen. So here's my action steps for you. Take time to write out your dissatisfaction. Write your vision and what you will do first to get it. By doing so, you're going to break through those barriers in your life and stretch your comfort zone to reach the level of success that you have only dreamed of so far. Use this formula not only to help change in your life, but to be an agent of change in others as well. Help them to understand and qualify their dissatisfaction. Help them to build their vision for what they want to achieve, and finally give them the first steps to move towards that goal. So by following this simple formula that we use in Action Coach, you can truly become an agent of change in your life as well as the lives of others, and take your business and your life to that next level. So if you are a business owner and you're feeling stuck, give me a call and we can schedule a free half-hour strategy session to help you unlock your potential and also allow you to discover the power of coaching. I'm Steve Goranson, your Action Coach.